It's the Midnight Bandit here, and I have an impromptu, I guess they're calling them yaps now, which is just my thoughts. So, I feel like a lot of the things I do, a lot of the things musically, a lot of the things conversationally, a lot of the things socially, just in general, my life is based around, I guess, being adaptable, the present moment, and just improvising as I go. Um, I don't know if that's 100%, the reason why I find tedious work, or I shouldn't say tedious, but I mean like repetitive work to be so kind of, I guess, uninspiring. But yeah, that's me. And today, I went out and I took my bass guitar and my amplifier and I sat down by the water, by the ocean, and I just noodled around on my bass guitar. The one thing that was different is that I felt comfortable. I wasn't there for anyone else. I wasn't there to, I guess, put on a performance. I wasn't there for anyone's approval, validation, or even attention. I just wanted to be out of my apartment. And like what's been happening with me for a long time, as some of you may have or may not have noticed, I have not been uploading songs onto YouTube or videos or any of that, is because I was lost down a rabbit hole of kind of negative comments, like the voices in my head. Basically, I don't want to lie, or I just want to be straightforward. My mental health, which I think a lot of you understand with my diagnoses, that I don't care to get into, they are genuinely challenging for me. But I think the crux or the core of that issue would be that I looked at everyone's opinion and, I essentially thought they were all worthy of my attention. And not only that, but to get to the bottom of those thoughts, those comments, and to understand them in a manner that I guess gave them some kind of relevancy. And, that is a very inefficient way of being. I'm sure other people don't have to think about this stuff. But in my childhood, I felt like an outsider. I felt like I didn't have value. And I felt like when I was around toxic people, that was someone or a type of person that I should latch onto, because a lot of people during my childhood happened to be like that. I thought it was more honest, or I thought perhaps it was more, maybe it was more stimulating, more of a challenge to be around them. And now I understand that a lot of what they say you have to rationalize it like they are spoiled brat children who just won't get their way. They will haunt you until the end of time, these toxic people, based on some kind of inconvenience from the beginning that just sparked this entire, or it started this entire domino falling effect. And I mean, in relation to what they think is going on, it's a lot different than what's going on in my head. Because when I think about the opinions and the I guess you'd say legitimacy of some toxic spoiled kids, content, or the content of what they're trying to impose on me. I mean, I think that none of it ever mattered. I mean, I'm not going to have any personal baggage or grievances against someone who is like that, let's say. And it just freed up everything. Since I had a lot of trauma based around that during my childhood, and I mean, I basically attract these. I basically attracted these people everywhere I go because they are everywhere. But like now, I feel like I've rationalized it because it feels like this voice, whatever voice you may be afraid of, that either confirms some delusion of inadequacy or it confirms uh, that the people who have tried to keep you down were right somehow. It's not worth it. It never was. And now I hope that whatever this message does, whatever this quote unquote yap does, it makes you aware that if you understand that, like, a child is unaware of what they're doing, of what they're saying, you could easily, like, disregard it. You can kind of, anyone who holds a grudge for whatever a kid had said is one of the people who I'm mentioning, because they hold on to everything like a sponge of water. But that substance, that liquid inside of them, is resentment and not being able to accept or, forgive themselves or anyone else for whatever grievances they've like accumulated over the years. I don't know. This seems like it could be true. I've obsessed about it for a long time, only because, like I said, I have put legitimacy in these people's words. But yeah, they're like kids that have, I guess, over time just mastered the art of devaluing anything that makes them feel like they're not cool enough. And that's how it goes. So, feeling like I was down at the water and I was calm, I was relaxed, I was composed, I was like really enjoying just being there, the presence, the ocean breeze, the people around, the kids, the adults, the seniors, just everyone, the animals, the sounds, the sights, the smells of the ocean, and just, I thought it was wonderful, and I really feel good about that. So, when I was noodling around, I felt like I could take up space in a polite way. I didn't have my amplifier turned up that much. I basically had it at the same level as like an acoustic guitar played kind of somewhat softly. So people were noticing, people kind of looked over. Some of the toxic people probably said some toxic stuff, but no longer do I take it personally because it's inefficient. It's not, it just doesn't vibe with who I am as a person. And like, for some reason, if I would have learned this so much earlier, a lot of things would have been much easier for me to deal with. Yeah, I don't know. Today I feel it's like a milestone, some kind of like, like a breakthrough that has just made me from a person who is like not confident, doubting themselves, not able to exist in this world without fighting some unseen negative narcissistic fucking cloud of people, into what I am now, which is someone who, I mean, I'm looking at this creatively. You know what I mean? I'm looking at like, how can I put my genuine artistry to best work here? How can I make this into, like, if these individuals or group or whoever, if people like that want to narrate or make an entire narrative around my life, I might as well make one too. I might as well be creative, and it never mattered. It never mattered. I wish you could have this too. I wish you could have this understanding, because it's liberation, really. So we're not trying to go out there into the world and provide evidence that we have value. I mean, some of us are. I'm saying in like the human mission. We're here to like integrate with the surroundings, to connect, and to just beam from the inner, I guess, place that really has always been there. If this helps, that's wonderful. I don't want to name this a clickbaity title. I just want to. It's not up to me. It's not up to the algorithm. It's not up to anything. I just doubt this video is going to go very far. But if it does, holy crap! Like, share it out to your friends. I mean, it's just my yap. It's just my kind of like journal entry, a diary entry that, you know, may be meaningful to me, may be meaningful to you, but it's not like it doesn't have dependency on how I'm going to make money, because now it's like clear to me that that is now possible. So yeah. Anyways, I got my cat here. I don't know if she's appearing on screen, but she's gonna get woken up in a second here, and I'm gonna move. I'm probably gonna put music behind this, music that I've made. I'm a musician. If you don't know that, you're new here. But yeah, you know, that's what life is all about. Playing bass, playing guitar, playing drums, whatever it is. You know, and truly, like, if that's what you want to do, absolutely sink into the moment. So yeah, I guess this is where I'd say my catchphrase: stay frosty. And now I'm prepared to live life. I hope you have a great day.